kids, welcome. It's Mark Miller here. Got Rory with me as well.
Hello.
Got Fred over there. Fred's right down there. We'll just jump right into it and write some code here. Let's see. I wanted to start with just kind of talk about a little bit about where we're going to go. I thought we would try something completely new today, Rory.
Excellent.
Work in new space.
Yeah.
And the space I wanted to work on was simplifying this UI right here.
Okay, you're going to reinvent numbers.
Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna. Right now, we started out by having this because we thought we'd have like 20 characters. Then I said, well, let's add a more button, and
wow,
that went over to here. And it's just kind of getting ridiculous. And part of the reason it was here, we did this, is because I was like, I think it's going to be faster to hit these than it is to create a keypad kind of approach like this.
I was going to say, I thought you had a keypad already for other purposes. The idea being that the button sends the message of the number to something that's gathering those numbers, and then you've kind of got an accept or a do something with your cumulative number string, don't you?
Yeah. I think last night I worked on something where I was like, I changed this up a bit because I noticed during the game that the dungeon master would be punching in digits and I would be punching in digits. We'd be working on two different things, but sometimes if they happen at the same time, our digits overflow.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't know who's doing what or what it's for. So now what I did is I changed it so the digits now specify, what it's for, including the all clear button. That was important as well. And I made a couple changes to code and I checked that in. And
so you're kind of naming a variable space, memory space in which to operate.
Right. And so here in dice, for example, and I hit the number 1, it says digit 1 for dice. So now that allows us to be on two different pages, working on two different things. He might be setting a threshold. I might be setting, damage, applying damage, and we don't step on each other anymore.
That's good.
Okay, so that changed relatively recent. But I was simulating in my head the amount of time it takes to work with this interface versus another interface like this. The problem with this interface is this second page and the third page and the fourth page. And we're already if we go in and we say load the NPC, or we click here to do in-game creatures, this opens up a spreadsheet that the Dungeon Master uses. And you can see we're already at 31.
Yeah.
Well, you can't quite see that, but if I kind of scroll over there we're at 31.
Indeed.
And so we're not far from 51. And ultimately, over the course of a large game, we're going to have a lot of folks in here. We might as well just,
bite the bullet, get it done.
Yeah, bite the bullet, get it done. Support all the way up to 99. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. The amount of time also it takes to search and find, because these are not...
Yeah, I was going to say, the human mind tends to think of certainly a two-digit number in a kind of a two-part thing. So you can go with axes and stuff. So quite frequently you get the first row is single digits, second row is double digits for the 20s and what have you. What else, sorry, 19s I should say. But here, we're wrapping after 7 because of the physical limitation of the Stream Deck. Yeah. Which makes it hard to find an individual number unless you've gotten particularly used to that.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's kind of exactly what I'm thinking. The benefit of this is if I've got like characters together and I know they're together, like the British Wolves 12 and 13, I can very quickly come in and hit 12 and then 13, pop those British Wolves up.
Yeah.
Right? And I can do it again. I can, so this interface has the benefit when all those folks are together. When we first started, that was kind of the case. And we had fewer than 20. But then we started adding more and more, and then we're saying as a character faded out, we got to move it down near the end, and it's just kind of getting harder to work with. So I'm thinking, okay, let's change all of that to something that looks like this. We punch in the number, and the way I'm thinking the interface is going to work is...
How many simultaneous creatures do you have in the course of a show?
7. Can be up and invisible at one time.
Have we got any way of controlling the Stream Deck in the similar way to controlling Twitch?
I think we might.
Because I wonder if you couldn't have a piece of code read, if you like, a session and pick the first n entries from a list of characters because they've been sorted purposefully in that way, and generate buttons in the Stream Deck to represent the characters known to come up.
Yeah, I think there's a way to do it.
I mean, that said, we'd want to have a small example first just to sort of check the mechanic, because otherwise that could go, shall we say, rather deep down a rabbit hole. But
yeah, unofficial repository featuring best plugins. Yeah, so the problem is, I think, is that, well, I'm pretty sure my DM has got a Mac.
okay.
And so whatever we'd have to build, we'll have to work on both. So I'm a little bit like, you can't do it yet. If I verify that he's got a Windows machine,
Yeah.
then we could do something like this. So
I think it's a dangerous direction to go on to. There's a certain amount of research needs to be done first, and just understanding that the problem space actually would fit this solution properly.
yeah, but I'm
So,
pretty
yeah,
sure we can
for another day.
create our own plugin for Stream Deck that'll work on my machine. But the important one to work with is my DM's machine. So custom Stream Deck button plugins. Possibility, but requires more research. Okay. Possibility. The one I want to explore today is the possibility that we're kind of laying out here, where we kind of use the digit keypad and a selection mechanism. I want to do two things, so because I think both are going to be useful. And so it's kind of going to go. It's kind of going to go like this. We're going to enter the creature number. Then we're going to press the button. If the creature is on screen entering the number, we'll select it. Which is a little tricky, because that means if I press 1, the creature's 1, 12. Oh man! Why is that funny to you, Rory?
I say there's nothing quite like a vat of pudding for washing away the architectural plan in your head.
Yeah, that's right. I got it. I stayed focused. So creatures
Well
1,
done.
12, and 123 are on screen, and I press 1, 2, 3. Then these three creatures will be selected as I press the numbers. This is tricky. This is what the behavior I want it to happen. This is tricky because my digit command is clueless about creatures. That implies we need some sort of mechanism for communication, like an event. So that higher level.
So you're accumulating characters in a buffer, and as the buffer matches any creature on the way past, it gets matched.
Gets selected, right?
So how do you select only character 1, 2, 3?
I just type in 1, 2, 3, and then it's
But
selected.
aren't 1 and 1, 2 also selected?
No, because that's the thing. As soon as I hit the 2, then character 1 stops being selected.
Right. Okay, so this functions the same way the search in page works in Studio.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
One at a time. Very, very important distinction right there.
So
Got
it's an
it?
automatic search based on the current buffer.
Yes. Yeah. So we need an event. That's conclusion number one.
Yep.
Then I press the button. The button can be show or hide the creature, the toggle. It can be target or untarget the creature.
Yes. So you can go 1, 2 toggle, delete 3 toggle, and you'll have shown 12 and 13.
Wait, say that again. 1, 2.
So 1, 2
then hit
toggle
this
or show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then delete, bringing it back down to 1. Press 3, making it 13.
No. Once I do this, then
We're clearing the buffer.
That clears
Okay.
the digit buffer. Anytime I access it, anytime.
So there's an action command. There's parameter kind of getting set in the first place, and then there's action, and taking action clears out the accumulation so far.
Yeah, that's not through the event. The event is going to pass some data that says, the event will pass some data.
Okay.
The digit accumulated so far. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
So far, so we won't have to ask. But when I ask, access not through the event, we clear the buffer.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's what's going on. Let's go look at that code for a second, just to familiarize ourselves with it. That's going to be here. Digit command right there. Okay. It's in apply command is where the work is done apparently. So I've got add digit there. Add digit is here. At some point we've got, and this code here you're looking at is just a whole bunch of access to different values in dictionaries. We've got digit ender, decimal multipliers, last digit set times, which are all things we had before that were just simply, this used to be just a field that was a decimal and a date time, but then I changed it to dictionaries so that I wouldn't have to change any of the logic code, which was right here, which I felt really important not to touch because it's doing some intelligent, smart, maybe non-intuitive manipulation of the value as I'm pressing the number. We wrote this code, like, I want to say probably about a half a year ago, I think.
Yeah, easily.
And so I didn't want to change that. Now, I'm probably going to come back. I've got a little nagging thing here that says, Mark, these are coming in from multiple events. And the way you're really doing this, what I've done is set up properties, and I'm keying off of this thing called an active keyword. So I come in and I say, oh, let's set the keyword here. And then I start working on it, right? I do my logic. But what I really should do instead is pass it as a parameter to methods, because I'm worried about reentrancy and, well, maybe not reentrancy, but I'm worried about multi-threaded situations where I'm halfway through here and another thread comes in and says, let's change this static. And then this all gets messed up. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
That's fair, yeah.
I might be able to solve it with a lock, just now occurring to me. Like I could lock on the keyword maybe and put this whole block in.
But you're only going to lock the individual digit, not the phrase. Oh,
I think I
see what you mean. No, if you lock the whole thing, then you effectively preserve the active keyword as long as nothing outside of here modifies that.
Yeah. Let's start.
You preserve it for the duration. That seems valid.
Let's do that. So let's do that for now. We're going to lock on the active keyword. I know it's still not the best to do. Maybe change to.
Now, hang on. You're going to need surely to lock on keyword and move the assignment inside the lock, because otherwise you'll be allowed to do the assignment.
Yep, I'm with you 100%. Thanks for that, buddy. Maybe change active keyword to a parameter to avoid possible threading issues. Okay, now I got to do the same thing in several other places. Let's go look at active keyword where it is. Fine, here.
Just be careful. That active keyword you tabbed from, I think needs to be keyword now because you haven't got a value. So not here, but where you came from. So Shift Tab. Burning Gorilla says locking on a value is bad juju.
Yeah. I know, but if I'm not locking on it, isn't it, Coding Gorilla?
Well, I think we're right. We need a lock.
I
Maybe
got-
is he suggesting we lock on something else?
You know what?
Can you lock on just this? I suppose you can't in a static.
This
No,
isn't
that won't.
oh, value type. Wait. Hold on. You mean just because it's a string? I can make it not
Yeah.
a string. All right, we'll do that. We'll just create a static object. It's going to be my keyword lock.
Yeah.
How's that for everybody? Do
That's
I have to
good.
instantiate this to make this actually work, or is it going to work because it's a variable? I think it's a. Is it working with null?
Ooh.
I'm going to do
Don't
that
know.
just in case. Yeah, because when you lock on a value type, you're locking on a box copy of the value, not the actual value. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand you then. I'm sorry about that. Thanks, Coding Gorilla. As usual, thanks. All right, so we're going to do that. Do this right there. Do the same thing here. Lock. Mark is super quiet on my side. Oh, you're right.
You are a
Thanks.
little low.
Check. My bad on that. Check. When we do the Dragon Humper show, the volume drops because I'm screaming on that show all the time. All right, so there we go. Keyword lock is there. Let's do this whole thing. Active keyword. Select active keyword. This is only coming from inside a lock call, pretty sure. Ooh, I'm not. All right, so right from there to there. I want to do a lock from there to there. Right there. Okay. Okay, where else?
So there might be some people who've never seen the lock syntax or indeed the effect of it before. Am I right in saying that it effectively prevents any code inside of a lock happening in any thread, so should we say more than one thread at the same time? So you can go in, and once you're inside the lock, you know that nothing else will be inside that lock. Nothing else will be happening simultaneously. We've got a number of places here that we're doing that, and it effectively makes them all mutually exclusive code.
Right, that's my understanding of exactly what it does as well. I'm just tabbing through here looking for places where I'm messing with active keyword here, and I want to keep it unmessed with during that time. So we got there and there. We've got set active keyword is being set, but that's now being called. It's private and it's being called from inside the lock. So we're good there. That's inside the lock.
Put out a de facto warning. If you're thinking of using this in your own code, be careful not to use this in anywhere that's too performance sensitive, because effectively when you encounter a lock and some other thread is in there already, you're going to sit there waiting until such time as it's not in there. So you're literally guaranteeing a bottleneck of some kind.
Yeah.
Got to be careful. Here, we don't care so much because we're not making a, I guess, battle-hardened, bulletproof commercial product, and we can afford to play a little fast and loose with that.
Right. This one is kind of interesting right here. So this is called... This one's kind of interesting. I think there's potentially a problem here. The reason why is because matches is called before execute. Right before execute. It's one then the other.
Okay.
So basically we're going through asking all the commands, do you match, do you match, do you match? And if the command returns true, then we're going to come in here and we're going to execute this. Right after.
Yeah.
So the idea that I'm thinking is what happens if, let's see, that's going to be one thread. We call matches. We find the match. That thread is going to then call execute. There won't be a second entrancy on this, I think. Or will there? Oh man, there might be. There is a possibility that we could call matches here. And I think let's go. We're going to have to go look at calls for this. Hold on a second. Let's go look at calls. There's a whole bunch of things that override it. So there it is right there. So here's the call. If matches, then do command. So this is in one thread, right? But it's theoretically possible that matches comes in, returns true, and it's about to call do, and another thread comes in and calls handled message.
Yep.
Because handle message is coming in from Humperbot client message received.
Sure.
Which can be triggered at any time, and I'm not sure if that's guaranteed to be on only one thread when it comes in.
I think we kind of have to assume it might not be.
Yeah, so
for safety's sake.
Yeah, so kind of what I'm thinking is, oh, you know what we could do? We could create a second lock out here. We could do a lock on message handler. We'll create a new a new variable here. I think I'll make it static. Message lock, message handling lock. Set that equal to a new object like that. And then we're going to come in here and lock on that. And so now that makes me feel happier.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we lock on that, we go through, and so now we're guaranteed if a second one comes in, we're going to make sure we've handled the last command before we bring a second one in. Now I don't have to worry about the matches problem anymore. Now down here though, I do need to lock on keyword right here on the keyword lock piece that I have. I think I need the keyword lock here, and I think it might be as simple as that. In other words, I don't want to change this while other code is active.
Yes.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
I think that's true.
I think that's all I need is that and that right there. And then these I don't need to worry about at all because these are all called from inside locks. This is the lock. These are the properties here. So that property I don't need. That one's all inside a lock. This one's in a keyword lock.
That's right. I mean, some people might be thinking that we could have saved ourselves some time by putting the lock inside a property that was being adjusted, but realistically, we need it not just around the reading and writing to it, but the doing things dependent on its current value.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to need one here before I do this. Right here. So it's interesting. I was like, I don't want to go through the process of turning all these properties into methods because we don't have that CodeRush refactoring here yet. Wouldn't it be nice if we could convert the property to method like we could in CodeRush Classic? Don't have that. And so that's why I'm doing all this other code. But now I'm thinking, oh, this other code is about as much work as it would be to do those. Right? Changing all of these. Again, the reason why I'm doing this primarily is because I feel like this code is precious code. It's this, and I don't want to disturb this.
You kind of want it to be atomic, which is, things don't change in the context of what this is looking at whilst this is going on.
Yeah. Another way of doing it, just occurred to me, would be to create a class called digit that has this as a method in it, right? That would also be an easier way. As a result, because of my hesitancy of touching this, we've kind of got a lot of extra code with the locking and stuff here that we probably really necessarily don't need. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm talking about. So yeah, execute with your parameter, or maybe change to a bunch of like a digit class. That would kick butt. That would be awesome. But still a lot of refactoring. That's not what I'm really here to do today. I'm not going to do that. But a lot of refactoring. But some refactoring.
Good to acknowledge the possibilities, though.
That's what I do. Okay. All right. Back over here to the slides. Improving creature selection. Fine. Let's save it there. Anytime I access the digit buffer that's not going through the event, we clear the buffer. Let's look at that for a second. Let's look at where we call clear buffer. Get value.
Reset value.
Reset value, yeah. So reset value is when we execute a command that sends it over, is what happens.
Yes.
That's kind of what's going on. So there's a reset value that occurs here. Is there another one? I think there might be a second one. What was this? Oh, in clear numbers. So a clear numbers call, we pass in the keyword to it. We reset the value based on that. There's another thing going on though that happens up in our logic right here. We check to see if the total seconds that have passed since the last time we set the digits is greater than 12. If it is, we reset the value. We essentially call reset value is what we do.
Yeah.
Although it looks like we need to set decimal multiplier. We need to actually really call reset value here. Because we're not resetting the multiplier here, and we should be. That's the line of code we did. We were doing this line of code right here, but we didn't do this. Okay. All right. Hey, it's my favorite streamer named Mark Miller,
Who's that?
who's also bald. Cody Girl, why are you saying that's a deadlock? Because I got a keyword, 2 locks on the keyword, one after the other. I wouldn't imagine that's a problem if I'm locking on one and I call a method that locks on it again.
Are you locking? Is it a nested lock on the same thing?
Yeah, I did. Is that a problem?
Means that you won't be able, yeah, you'll be inside the first lock and you'll call this method and then you'll stop on the second lock because you've already locked.
Okay. Then let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go up here. That's going to be private reset.
Yes.
And now this one's going to be, I think, no, this one's not. This is instant roll command, so we're good there. Cool. Cool. Thanks for that. I did not know that would be a lock.
Good.
And then here.
You need the private one there as well.
Reset there. Now we're only outside. Yeah. Cool. All right, that looks good. Yeah, thanks a lot, Coding Gorilla. Appreciate that. Okay, cool. So the this reset value is called when we hit the clear numbers button. That's this button down here. Reset's called after we roll the dice. So we do an instant roll. In my instant roll command, I call reset value. And reset value is called, those are the 2 external ones. The internal one happens here after we execute a command, after we get a match. So if we get like apply last health, apply last damage, that sort of thing is what's going on there.
That's good.
It's okay. All right, so we've got anytime I access the digit buffer, well, it's not really. Anytime I execute a command is really what's happening. Execute a command that accesses the digit buffer that's not through the event. We're going to clear the buffer. I'll just say we are going to clear the buffer. We will clear the buffer.
Specs that you write after the code in order to make the specs absolutely accurate.
Yep, that's right. That's what we're trying to do. We look at the code, then we write the spec.
We allow both of them to affect each other correctly as learning exercise as we go along.
How are you doing, Bald Bearded Builder? It's always good to see you. I know I owe you an awesome, better fanfare than the one we're giving you. I've got the artwork. I just haven't done it. Maybe I'll do it today, later today. I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to do, but maybe I'll find it tonight. Okay. I'm balancing all kinds of things. All right. Then
the most valuable thing in the world is time.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's not waste any. So we'll press the button to show, hide, bring up cards, targeting, untargeting, and then I want to have this too. So when we select, I'm going to use this old UI that we tried and we didn't really go for, which was the talking UI, which when someone was talking, we put this kind of glowing rectangle around them, and we ended up taking the whole thing out. because it was just nobody was using it. I'll show it to you right now. I think I can. I don't have any buttons, but I can create a button real quickly here. So we'll bring up Noctan right there, and if we want Noctan to be talking, let's go look at the. Do I have a talking? We've got an is talking, toggle talking. Got one creature talks. Talking game creature. Talking game creature followed by the number. So the command should be something like this. Let's copy that, paste it down there, and then for the command, we're going to do this and make it 2. And so if I hit that,
Excuse me there.
oh, so it's actually, hear what just happened? Do it again.
You actually got some talking.
Pardon me.
Like that. So
Nice.
Excuse me there.
got a couple ones played there.
Yeah,
It
a
sounded
couple
like.
going there, yeah. So this is effectively a piece of speech which preempts
Yeah.
the rest of the speech and also highlights on screen who it is that's preempting. So
Right.
I'm guessing this is Dungeon Master says X person is going to talk by hitting the button and then continues as if
Yeah.
playing their part.
It's
which is
just
good.
it's just a way to, like, you know, interrupt conversation and get people talk, you know, that sort of thing. So
Pardon
So
me.
for a moment, I thought you were going to use it on the players and have a kind of an auto detection of who was talking and highlight them. But then I realised that they're all going to talk over each other,
Right.
like all the time.
Pardon me.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. But we're going to use that glow, since we've already got it, to indicate who's selected. That's what I'm going to do. So let's see. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that right there. Let's come back up in here. So that glow will be moved, but using these commands here, which we don't have yet. So we'll need to add these commands here. Select in-game creature, next, and previous. Let's go throw this on a new slide. We can duplicate this. Select in-game creature, next, previous. We also need a way to get rid of the glow. Target and creatures. So this part is we're going to select. I'm going to make this in the color blue so we indicate that that's that kind of glowing thing. Maybe I'll come in here, set from file, grab one of these, drag it onto PowerPoint like that. So I've got this over here, so I just kind of remind myself that's my UI. Take that, come down over here. That's going to move this thing around right there. In fact, I've got these two as well. There we go. All right. So that's going to go with this. So we need to implement that. What else? These are already done and implemented. The conditions will be on affecting targeted only. So not selected, they're going to affect targeted. Maybe I should change that. That's currently how they work. Maybe I change it to selected. I think I do. Ugh. Or maybe I don't. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it targeted. That's what I'm going to do for now.
I was going to say there are two different concepts. One, the targeting was for an actual effect that was presumed to be coming next. It was built with the conditions in mind, wasn't it? Now, selection.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like one is more in-game and one is more behind the scenes almost. I don't know.
No, yeah, you're right. A lot of times there can be multiple targets, and then you want to do it to all the targets. So yeah, conditions is targeting, but showing and hiding and targeting are going to be based on which one's selected and what number you've typed in.
Okay, so that's the thing. selection, am I right in saying, is only one thing at a time?
Yes, this is one thing at a time.
Whereas
but
targeting can be many.
Yeah, it can be many.
Okay.
But when you get to this right here, then it only becomes, if you hit these buttons, then it's only one at a time. So the idea is that it goes like this. If I come in and I say, let's bring in, and I've got those 3 targeted but not Noctan, and then I hit this button to target right, watch what happens.
Okay.
See, I'm just hitting this button right here, and I can go backwards as well, going to the left. So if I want to individually target them, I'm going to use these buttons up here, 3, 4, 5. That will target those, or 2, that sort of thing, or, whatever I want to do with that. But if I want to just mess with one, I can use these 2 down here. Just an optional way of messing with one. Okay? But I think we're going to leave these conditions up here to just only impact targeted ones. Okay. There's a couple other buttons, but I'm not going to worry about them. So that's what we got to do right now. So this is all going to work. All I have to do is add the word creature here, and that's going to add numbers for creatures, except for showing them. That's the thing that we're not doing. So we're going to need to create an event, because I want to be able to show them live, right, as I'm typing it in. If I've got 1 and 12, that sort of thing, that's what I want to do. So let's create that event right now and work on that. That's over in our digit command.
So in principle, the way you were describing this before, each time you accept a digit, which is known to be for the purposes of selecting a creature, you add the digit to your buffer.
Yep.
And, well, this is interesting because we said you'd do an immediate search, right? So you hit 1, and if creature 1 is on screen, he's getting highlighted. Right? But in order to do that, you're going to have to send an action. And we said that the act of executing an action will clear the buffer.
No, I'm not going to send an action like that. Well, I changed the spec a little bit. You're right, I did say that, but I'm going to now say we will clear through a disciplined approach in the code, the buffer.
Okay.
So when we execute command, so does not include the event that's going to send the data on it. Okay?
Right. So we send a 1, we send a 2, we send a 3, and well.
So let's say we do this. We send a 1.
Yeah.
We're not going to clear it. We hit the toggle button, so now 1 is toggling on and off. Right? The act of toggling, that is going to access the digit buffer, and then I'm going to clear the buffer. Does that make sense? So when I hit the toggle button, I'm going to clear the buffer. When I hit target on target, I'm going to clear the buffer. Does that make sense? That will allow us to have this kind of dynamic search, and then while still being able to hold numbers in there, and then not have them interfere with others. So I can hit 1, toggle it, hit 2, toggle it without ever messing with 12. I'm just individually doing both of those. So whatever the button I press is going to have to, through discipline, clear the buffer out. Okay. All right, so let's do some refactoring. I said I didn't want to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm almost inclined to fix the digit problem as well, because look at what I'm going to do right now, kids. Digit manager, I guess. Like that. Yeah. And holy cow, am I really going to do it? I'm going to call it, I'm doing it. So we just wrote code, just to be clear. We wrote code we have not compiled, and I'm already refactoring it. I think that's what I'm about to do. I'm creating a class called digit right now. We're going to take all of these, get rid of those. Oh my God, this is kind of killing me a little bit. And yet I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself. So here we go. Yeah, I'm totally off rails. Here we go. We're going to just take this. And we're going to, these are now just becoming decimals like this. Okay. Boom, boom, and boom. Like that. In fact, they're probably going to be named like this. We've got the digit. Digit command, we need the last digit set time. That is going to, now we need to get the digit. Is what we need to do. So I think what we're doing, add digit. I think the digit, I think this is maybe not digit. This is maybe number is what this is.
Okay, so it's a potential collection of digits.
Yes,
An accumulation so far.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because otherwise we don't need digits entered in the digit, we need it in the manager.
Yeah. Good. Well, I'm glad you're about to say that. I now want to take add digit and I want to kill it, remove it from here, and I want to put it over here. And then what I want to do up here is I want to say back over in the original class, maybe in the digit manager, I want to have a new dictionary of string indexed digits.
This numbers, but yeah.
String index, numbers, right, like that.
So this is good now because we're not needing to lock down based on active keyword. What we're doing is we're saying we're going to go and find the number based on its name, and do all of our operations inside of that, having isolated ourselves by way of the dictionary.
Yeah. So that stuff I was doing before, I didn't know what I was talking about, but now I got it. So Ball build to build
that was good. That was good. This is better.
You remember before when I was saying I didn't know what I was talking about back then, but now I got it. Now I totally got it because the show today is brought to you by. Yeah. Coding Girl, I need to say something else in the chat room because every time I look out there, I see, didn't you call that reset value from within the lock? And I panic. Okay, so that means this is gone. All of this, which is just like, now it is initializing the last digit set times to min value. That initialization needs to occur somewhere up in here. Why not there? Like that. Decimal multiplier is equal to 1. This should be singular, and that should be singular.
A little up there, Mark. The NPCs are kind of getting in the way.
Thank you so much. Let's go get rid of those guys like that as well, so we can see more. Thank you. He saw the refactoring. The refactoring was good. Better. Okay, now I'm not panicked.
Now I just have a mental image of Coding Gorilla smugly smiling and nodding sagely.
Fine.
No?
Fine. So the number is going to have a key in it, but that key is going to be held in the dictionary. So the reset now and the private reset. So I'm just going to go kind of gut feel on this. I'm going to we're just going to grab this right here, which is basically, look, hey, if we don't have anything, then let's just set it equal to the min value. I'm just going to grab that from these properties. So these properties are all essentially using the active keyword to go into the dictionary. So I don't need any more. I'm going to kill it. Okay.
That's right.
All right. That's
this presumption of testing every few seconds. Is it the active keyword? Is it the active? We don't need to do that anymore. We already know we are the active keyword by virtue of being in that particular instance of number.
Right. I don't need this anymore. Right there. I'm getting rid of all of my dictionaries here. I really only need, I don't need any of that yet. I don't need the active keyword anymore. I don't need the keyword lock. I don't need digits entered, although I do want to come in here and set that equal here. Decimal.min value. That's going to have a meaning to it, which we'll give it in a second. So digits entered is gone. That goes away. Decimal multiplier, that's initialized to 1 right there on that line there. So we just, our multiplier is going to be a 1, which we've done right here.
It's quite nice. We're moving from a position where previously we had a structure of dictionaries to instead a dictionary of structures. We're reversing the positioning of those two concepts.
Yeah.
And it greatly simplifies what we're doing.
It does, doesn't it? And it's like sometimes I look at things like this example right here and I think, really, why did I come up with 2 bad examples of architecture before I finally got to the third? Right? I like to think of myself as the guy who could come up with a third instantly, but today I can't think of myself like that. Today I'm not that guy. Okay, so this right here is, we're gonna need to change this. I'm just breaking code like crazy here. We're gonna have to break it, see where the errors are, and fix it. I'm gonna just do this. I'm changing this into something that returns a value instead. Okay, so that's gonna return health right there. This is going to return wealth.
So this is the method we call to determine which item from within the dictionary we should be using.
Yeah, that's the keyword right there. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm just going to return null right here. So this is the keyword debate based on these different kinds of commands that I have out there. What are these things all working with? These health and damage and temp hit points are all working with the health keyboard, right? The keys that have the word health on them. Remove coins, add coins are all working with wealth, and the skill, save, and attack are all working with something called threshold. We've also got a dice set out there, but that's not in the apply command. The apply command's got those pieces in it. So, okay, so now I don't need private reset anymore. We're just going to delete that. Although I'm going to take that and we're going to move that up here to this number. I think we need the reset here. That's what I think we need.
Yes.
And we don't need a keyword on it. We just need to come in and say digits, ultimate, and decimal multiplier. And this can be...
What's last digit set time, and does that need resetting? That's just to keep track of how long it's been, so if it exceeds 12 seconds, we do an auto reset?
Yeah, but let's,
so
you know what?
We don't need to reset that in there necessarily?
No, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm going to do it. I'm with you 100%. All right, so let's do this. Let's get this code to work. We're going to get rid of the lock, get rid of the active keyword, and get rid of my to-dos. What a show. Not what I thought I was going to do, but you know what? Let's just keep it going here. All right, so now we've got this beautiful code here. This becomes just
Probably
regular.
Don't need keyword coming in at all, actually.
You're right. We don't need keyword there. We don't need keyword here. And it just told us that. You told it. Did you see that? Well, because we got rid of that. Okay, good. So now we've got reset. What's going on with reset? Static to not static. This is no longer static.
Okay, but that's not static anymore. That's fine. That sits within the instance.
And these are not static.
They are not.
Okay. Everybody looking happy? Okay, good. We're going to take number. We're going to move number over, move type to file.
Don't look so certain.
No, I know. I want to move it to a file, but I'm looking at the name. I'm wondering if there's a better name for it. Like a stream deck number, or a, gradually entered number. I just can't think of what that name is yet.
I mean, it's almost like an input. It's a buffered number or an input box. If you had this on screen, it wouldn't be so much the number as the place you were putting the number.
I like buffered number.
Named number? Or...
I'm going to say buffered number because it doesn't have an actual name in it. I'm going to say buffered number. How's that?
That's true. The name is outside. It's in the dictionary that points at it.
Yeah. Let's do that. And so that means here, let's make this a static class. And let's come in here and give it a method that says add digit, I think. We basically want the things that are going to the apply command externally, like get value and reset value. We want those to be moved to our digit manager.
Yeah, I mean, arguably that dictionary is going to be private, right?
Yes.
So we won't be allowed to directly touch it from outside the manager class. So the manager class needs an add digit and then various actions or whatever. Read collective number or read buffer or something like that.
Yep. I'm 100% with you. Get value. So there we go. We've got those two there. Here's get value. That just is going to return digit it's entered. Like that. We kill get value down here. We don't need that. Reset value, we don't need that anymore. Get active keyword, we're going to need that locally. That's locally going to be needed. We don't need keyword lock. We don't need set active keyword.
We don't have set active keyword. We've got a get active keyword.
Yeah. Which
we're going to pass into get value, I guess.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm trying to look at my... It's not looking right to me. I got an extra thing there, I think. Okay, hold on. Does that look a little bit better? Okay, better. Get value. This we instead need to say...
So it's it's the manager. We need the manager dot get value, and we're going to pass in the get active keyword.
Yeah, I'm going to do that like this a little bit. We're going to rename these just a keyword like that. Then get value is going to go into the what, digit manager.
Digit manager, yeah.
And then digit manager dot reset.
Which doesn't need keyword anymore.
No, this one does.
Hang on, that one will. We haven't built that yet, have we?
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna need to do that, and
So that's the all numbers keyword dot reset.
whoops, this one is wrong. This goes to buffered number. Looks like we don't have that there. Returns a decimal. Looks like. Come on. What is it? Get value?
Yes.
Returns digit entered. That's got to be public. Okay, so now we've got get value, reset, add digit. Now back over here, what we need to do is find it. Is what we need to do. So we need to say, so add digit is also going to need to get a keyword in here.
Yep.
And then
So these are our 4 basic operations, all of which are going to take a keyword. Some of them are going to have additional values, but things like reset isn't, get value isn't. We've got reset and reset value. We've got 2 variants.
I'll figure that out. We only need
Okay.
one. Let's do a search actually to deal with this because I've been hacking away at this. There's no other reset value in here, so there's only the reset. Yeah. Okay, so we'll kill that. Get value, add digit. That's going to be coming over from the digit command, and that takes a keyword and a digit. The digit's a string, I think, right? Digit is a string.
Yes.
TS over here. Digit. Pretty sure if I wasn't really obnoxious, I still have an add digit below with some code in it. No! What? What? How could I have deleted that? Wait, was it not in here? Add digit was in where? Digit command. That was going to the apply command to add the digit. Did I really delete code? This needs to move over to the digit manager. How did I delete code like that? I'm going to get it back in a second, but I just want to do a search to see if there's anything else. Yeah, just buffered number. Buffered number doesn't have. Oh, it's got this in it. That's the code.
That's the code you're after, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm good. Everything's totally fine. Okay.
Right, because the purpose of the manager is to delegate to the instance named keyword.
Right. So here's what we want to do. I think what we want is create if needed, a call like create if needed, passing in keyword, like that.
Yes.
And create if needed is going to flat out ask the question, hey, if all numbers contains key of keyword, then we're going to return. Otherwise, we're going to come down here and say all numbers dot add a new buffered number.
Yeah.
Cool? Everybody's excited about that?
We need to give it a key. So when we say add, we've got to go keyword, comma.
I'm ready to go. I did my work here. You're like, let me say something before Visual Studio does again, Mark.
What was brilliant is that something was wrong, and I didn't know what was wrong until I heard my own voice say
Well,
it.
that still is pretty impressive. You were like, for like a good 10 seconds.
Maybe I'll figure it out before I get to the end of my sentence.
It was 10 seconds before Visual Studio was like, as well. So no, it was all awesome. All right, okay, so all numbers add. So create if needed, we're going to call that every time we're going to go get something here or work with it. Like I'm even arguing we'll do it here as well during the reset. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to execute the code. So here we are going to call, an add digit.
Index into all numbers.
Yeah, we're going to do this.
Using, I say index, key into, I guess.
Yeah, key into it. We're going to say this dot add digit, passing in digit. Look at how beautiful this is. We don't need those locks anymore. Then down here, we're going to say, we're going to say return.
Get digit. Get value, sorry.
Get value, I think, right?
We don't pass anything to that, do we?
Nope, shouldn't. Like that is what it should look like. And that looks like it's happy. And then this one down here, we're just going to say dot reset. And now we got some code that's much cleaner.
Do you know what? I've got a default happy place. I'm looking in the chat every now and again, and I'm seeing the Coding Gorilla statement. He saw the refactoring, and the refactoring was good. There is a comment for the ages.
You're right, buddy. I'm going to, I think it's important. I don't know if I've really, if I've done this enough in this episode, but I think it's important to really highlight what our viewers are saying in the chat room. So, when I see things that are like really, really relevant, that have nothing to do with criticism about me or mistakes that I've made in the code, I think it's important. I just think it's important to highlight those. And while I say this, I'm waiting for feature chat to refresh itself, but it's totally not. And it's still giving me an hourglass. And I'm just like, oh God, come on. It's not letting me come in and do it. Anyway, oh, there we go. Now I got it. Feature chat. Boom. Thank you, Coding Gorilla.
All hail the refactoring.
All hail the refactoring. Okay, so we got add digit here. We got to make that public.
Yep.
And it's sweet. It looks good.
So we add, we get, we reset. It sounds good.
Yeah, it's much better. Okay, so let's take Digit Manager. Let's move type to its own file. There we go. You're in your own file. Apply command is so much simpler now. Going to Digit Manager to get the value. Resetting there. Okay, keyword. This says apply command is equal to health. Get active keyword. This is going off of apply command right here. And since we have that, by the way, that external lock we added, I think is still totally good. We need that one. I think it's over here in main window. Oh, shoot. It was somewhere in here. We locked it.
See, when I last checked, the reset, the reset that wasn't private was calling the private one, but we've moved the private one. Is that still compiling?
I'm not sure. Let's go check it. I was just going to try to get out to that lock, but I've got apparently way more locks than I thought I had out here. Latest damage, game, action queue. I feel like there was a message, a lock on message. Maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was somewhere else. Anyway, all right, back to you, Rory. So all we're doing here is we're saying we don't need this.
We don't have to do it at all, yeah. That's
and we don't need this because the apply command tells us what is going to be happening.
It does.
And then we do this. Oh, now we got a little bit of trouble. Right here, we got to go to the Digit Manager. And so saying digits entered equals -1. Interesting.
That seems like some kind of a clear exercise or a reset.
Yeah,
it's a sort of magic number kind of logic, isn't it?
It does kind of seem to reset it. Since I can't enter a negative number, yeah, last damage or last health is all health, so I'm going to say reset. One way we could think of it is we could do this, but it's not quite the same. What I really want to do is something that says set value health, comma -1, and that'll be the same exact code as what's happening here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go create that, and we're going to do essentially this, and then we're going to call set value here, str, comma value. Whoops, sorry, hold on. Just a value. This is going to be stir. Let's rename that to keyword. Get called a creative needed in here.
Yep. And now we need to create the set value on the buffered number.
Yeah, I was just thinking about having a property to access all numbers that would call creative needed, but I'm going to be like, we're just going to go do this for now. Set value's got this line of code in here, setting to value. Okay. That set value. Sweet. And now we've got something that looks, I think, that's way more beautiful than what we started with. So buffered number there. Let's do a build. Are we building? Do we have any errors?
Drum roll.
I think we got errors. Apply command. So this is now becoming our digit command. No, our digit manager.
Yep.
Reset. It's just reset now, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's rename it to reset value. I like it better from the client's position right here, perspective. Okay, that looks better. So we've got a build now, it looks like. Should we run and test?
Yeah.
All right, fine. I just kind of like, I don't think we need to test ever. Or run. We just write code on the show.
We just assume it works and move on to the next thing, right?
We assumed it worked, and then we refactored without ever compiling it. That's how...
By sheer act of will, we declared to the universe, it shall work.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there were build errors.
It's because this guy is still up and running.
Running something? Yeah.
All right, let's run it now. All right.
Do you ever have that thing where you, for example, type your password in and you say, there's absolutely no way that I typed that in correctly? Or alternatively, no, you type in the password, you're convinced it was okay, and the universe responds with, no, you got it wrong. I take that as a very positive sign that my willpower is not in charge of the universe, because that would not be a place you want to be. Turns out there are laws of physics and stuff, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, for me, whenever I type in a password incorrectly, I notice somebody takes over my keyboard and fixes it. I think it's INS who's been spying on me. I'm not sure. Government agencies, that's what I think's happening. Okay, what do we got?
All kinds of fun people.
What'd you say?
All kinds of fun people.
Yeah, all right, so here we are. We started up running. Let's start with the die roller test here. So we're going to come up here, get to some die, hit the die button. Let's say we want 12, D12's fire. Do we see fire? Okay, they do. We see it.
Hey.
Just took a moment because we're loading stuff up probably.
95. Fire damage.
All right, another way we can test is we can check the thresholds for setting save, skill, check, and attack. I'll kind of move those right there. Those three big three text boxes right there. And then we'll come back over here and we'll set those thresholds. So that's over on this page here. I'll set 1 for the saving throw, 2 for the skill check, and 3 for the enemy AC. And there you can see they're changing all the way across.
Very good.
I'm going to type in something accidentally, 1, 2, and then I'm going to hit all clear. Then I'm going to hit 5 and hit save. So only the save should go to 5, not to 125.
That's good.
I'm going to hit 125 and hit save. And there it is right there. So all clear, 0 save. There we go. Okay, so we've done a few spot checking. I guess I might as well throw in the wealth checks. 22, take. Everybody loses 22. 122, give. Everybody gets 122 gold. Woo!
Rich.
Rich. Okay, so the refactoring appears to have worked. It's better. The code is better. The code is better.
It's certainly more maintainable. It's sort of isolated into little pockets. It's the whole single responsibility principle, isn't it? So here is a thing. It does one thing, and it does it well. We've got a manager for our buffered numbers. We've got the buffered numbers themselves, and only one of those things need to work out the delineation between, which number we're going to be messing with, and the other thing can concentrate entirely on doing its job correctly.
All right. Yes, I agree. Let's now get an event. We want an event that's fired when a digit changes, an accumulated digit changes. Let's start working with the event args on this. Digit changed event. I think we're going to have a property of type. Well, let's do this. Let's pass in the parameters here. So we're going to have a decimal that's going to be the value.
Yep.
And I think we're going to pass in the keyword as well. Like that. That's what I think we're going to do. We'll come in here. Let's declare properties for both of these. Like that. By the way, I've got a spec out for CodeRush 20 21. That if we get it right, can you give me a test close over there, Rory? I can't close it with the buttons. But if we get it right...
Oh, look at the coding gorilla there. Beat me to it. Well done, my friend.
Thanks, Coding Gorilla. If we get it right, it's gonna blow wide open the ease of use in CodeRush. I think it is, and it's like this.
There's a claim.
Yeah, I know it's tough to do this, right? You're working. We've already spent. I've spent like what 20 years of my life trying to make CodeRush good, And so when you do that, it's hard to come in and say, "Oh, I think I got something that's going to be distinctive and like groundbreaking," but I think I do. We have to. There's some technical challenges we got to break through, but I think if we do it, it'll make more of the product more easily accessible with even significantly fewer keystrokes, much easier to remember, the faster responsiveness, the whole thing. Right, you get all of these kind of a boatload of features if we get it, boatload of benefits if we get it right. So that's actually one of the things I'll be working on later today. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying, Rory?
Oh, I'm just really looking forward to that. I mean, it's like any mature product, isn't it? All right, you look at a language like C#. Where does it go next? A language like Typescript, where does it go next? Because it's got to keep all the compatibility. It's got to not upset people who are used to the things that are good, but bringing kind of in quantity more at the same time is very challenging to do and to get it right.
Yeah, it is. Also, I love too. There's an aspect about this this spec where even if I explain it to people, they're like, what? And I'm excited about that, not because that's what the end user experience is going to be like, because it won't. The end user experience is going to be beautiful and easy to consume, like easy to grok, easy to get. But I love that even when I'm explaining it to devs, that it's hard for the devs to see. It's not an intuitive solution is what I love about this. It's not an intuitive solution. Devs are still like, wait, what? Some are. And so I kind of like being in that space because that means it's, that space is generally representative of a shelf life for a feature before a big, monster like, our host, IDE, Visual Studio, takes the feature. I don't think they're going to, I think this feature, I don't think they're going to touch it actually, to be honest. Which is like, it allows us to breathe. Because one of the things that I've not enjoyed is coming out with a feature and then it gets killed a year and a half later because Visual Studio steps on it in some way. And and the other thing that's exciting me about this technology is it just opens up this breathing room. So anyway, that's kind of something we're working on, and my goal is to get it out as quickly as possible. So not late in the year, but as soon as we can do it. Which I think we could do it in 2 sprints. Is what I think we can do.
Nice.
I think we can do it in 2 sprints. I think we're gonna start a spike soon. I think the spike is going to come back with a negative. Like, sorry, we can't do it, and then we're going to find a way around the spike, the negative, and I'm excited about that too because it's like it's fun to push these things. Is CodeRush written in C#? It is. CodeRush is written in C#. CodeRush for Delphi was written in Delphi. Okay, let's see. So digit changed event. We got these 2 things we're going to send. We need a. Let's go move this to its own file. Actually, let's do this. Let's cut this to the clipboard. It's easier to cut something to the clipboard, go to the place you want it, a file that's in the place you want it, paste it in, and then do move type to file. And then that saves me from having to drag, right? Click and drag from one place to another. So now I've got my digit changed event in here. I'll go into my delegates back over here, and we're going to create a new delegate, which is going to be the digit changed event handler like that. It's going to take in the digit changed event args like that. What did I do wrong? Digit changed event. Did I seriously give it that name? Okay. Like that. Okay. All right. So now I've got this digit changed event handler. Go back out to where I was. Close this down so I can see more code. That was in my digit manager, which I don't see. Okay. So we want to create an event. It's going to be my digit changed event handler. And it's going to be digit changed, like that. This and this are both going to trigger it. I feel like I can call it just from here. I can say digit changed. Do I have the and I want to pass in just the digit get value call. Oops, sorry about that, kids. All right. Digit changed. Oops.
Have you got any kind of a sender? So from the receiving code perspective, are you going to know what the keyword was, or do you need to?
Yes. The keyword is part of what's inside digit changed event args. It's got the keyword here as one of its properties.
Ah, there we go. Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So I'm calling digit changed. I want to call this. Somehow I did a. Hold on. I did an extract method, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do a declare method. Let's declare it. So now we've got one where we're just passing in the value. Nope, that's not going to work. Never mind. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this instead. I'm going to create a. Actually, before we do this, let's go back over to here. And oh, we've already got the constructor. Just what I needed. I started with what I needed. Okay, so now we're going to create a new. This is the sender. So I'm going to pass in null for the sender. Then we're going to create a new digit changed event args like that. Passing in keyword and then value. Cool?
I think so.
All right. So that's going to do that. That's going to come up here. Call digit changed. Where's my trigger? No.
Can we throw a sender which is the all numbers keyword? Does that make sense?
Hold on.
Or do we want to expose that?
I need a trigger. I need an event trigger. I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question, Rory. Say it again.
What does convention say about sender? Should it be null or should it be the all numbers keyword? Or do we want to expose that at all?
All numbers. No.
So in the line above, you access the buffered number of instance.
I'm passing.
I don't know that you want to expose that, do you?
I'm passing keyword right here. I'm sorry. You're saying this
in place of null.
Sweet.
Now I can see reasons to not do it because you don't necessarily want to expose the buffered number.
Yeah, let's do it.
But maybe you do.
I'm going to do it. It doesn't hurt. I don't care. I don't care. How do you like that for a response? I don't care, Rory. I don't care.
Fair.
I don't know why. I don't know why you're like this, Rory. All right. So now we want to hook the events is what we want to do. So I'm going to go look for hook events in main window. There it is right there. This is where I hook up all my major fun stuff. Not digit change. I want my digit manager. Dot digit changed. Let's go get that in there. There we go. Digit changed. And now we're going to do something cool. I'm going to move this down, put it at the bottom of the file. We'll get a breakpoint in there. And we need to work on our selection mechanism. We have to do that. Let's go ahead and just start this and just kind of get something kind of working.
Okay.
We'll just get the talking thing going and we'll fix the talking so it stops actually talking. I'll do that pretty soon. Let's go look for that code while this is starting up here. Talking. Toggle talking. For in-game creature. Add change creatures. I think talking is happening down below. In-game creature talks. Yeah, I think down below in TypeScript, the in-game we're doing the talking. Let's go find down below. Update in-game creature talk indicator comes in here. Show creature talking indicator. Safely MP3. Here it is right here. We're going to comment that out. That's not happening anymore. Okay. Fade in time is going to happen much faster. It's just going to fade in like that in 100. That is in my in-game creature manager, which I think impacts both my front overlay and my back overlay. So I'll turn them both on and off, refresh both of those. There's the back overlay. So that should get the sound showing up. And looks like our dice, our dice layer already got refreshed. So we're good there. Okay, next. Let's use the old UI to bring up Shanti, who's character number 1. Let's bring up 12 as well. Now what I want to do is I want to come into this page and I want to hit the number 1 and we should get a breakpoint. Sweet.
We do.
All right. And so now we have in here, we have the value, the keyword is value, is creature, and the value is 1. So here's what I want to work with. I want to say, hey, look, if this dot keyword is not equal, because I only care about creatures on this. I don't care about dice or anything else like this. So if it's not equal to creature, I want to get out of here. Otherwise, I want to say toggle. Is it toggle talking? What is it? Talking, talk in-game creature. Is that it? And this is going to take what, an int? And let's just double check. No one talks. One creature talks. All right, I think that might work. Let's run it.
So as you hit 1, Shanti's going to introduce or select in this case, and then you hit 2 and it shifts.
Let's see what happens. So now the value should be 12. Ooh! Because I waited 12 seconds, maybe?
Maybe?
Maybe because I waited 12 seconds and it reset.
Okay.
Let's try again. Let's hit 1. Now it should just be 1. It's 1. And then 2. And what's my value now? 12. Sweet. It's the delay. Okay.
Good.
So there you go. All right. Cool. So now.
And sure enough, the correct selection again.
Yeah. So 1. Okay. Now I'm not at anything because I'm at 121. Let me all clear and hit 1. Now I'm back to 1. And then hit 2. And now I'm there. Sweet. Nice. Okay. Not bad. What if I do all clear and then 12 again? Will it toggle it off? Yeah, it toggles it off. Okay, interesting. Okay, so not a big deal, but it's kind of, that's what we're expecting for the first rough of this.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're taking old technology and making it do new things.
Indeed.
Okay, what next? I think I want to kill the app and I want to rename some stuff.
Okay.
And let's start working refactoring this. We're going to say select in-game creature. Let's see how many of those we have in here. Oh, I renamed it. Okay, cool. This I was like, wait, what? And then I'm okay. Well, I'm okay. Everything's good. Select in-game creature. Talk NPC command. So talk in-game creature is we're going to rename this, and this is going to be a different command. And the command I think it should be is select in-game creature followed by previous or next keyword. This one right here. Okay. All right. So let's come back over here. We're going to change this to this, followed by, instead of a number, followed by a word. Okay. So there's my word. And this is going to be my direction string. And so now if there's a direction we're going to call select in-game creature, but I don't want it to be, this doesn't need to be here anymore. This one's only here. It doesn't even need to be in the interface is what I mean. This is where it's on the interface, this call right here. It's in the talk NPC command. What I want to do instead is I want to say, if direction stir is equal to next, maybe make it previous instead. If it's previous, then we're going to say select next in-game creature without any kind of parsing on direction string. So if it's like that, and then otherwise I'm going to come down here and say select previous. Okay, good?
Yep.
All right.
All good.
Next, go back into iDungeon Master app, and now we're going to, this one we can get rid of, and we're going to just change it to that, and then we're going to also create the next, like that. I did not declare those. I didn't refactor those, so I kind of need to come in here and do it like this. Do that, and then do this with this becoming a next. Okay, so we've got select previous, select next in-game creature. Drilling back in, let's keep going, drilling in here. No creature talk. This is basically going to be select no creatures. Select no in-game creatures. Got a code smell here. So I keep having the word in-game creatures everywhere instead of something dot select none. I'm just acknowledging it right now. In-game creature talks. All in-game creatures dot clear talking. Which this should all be clear selection. Creature dot is talking. He's going to turn into is selected. Now, that's an in-game creature. Pretty sure I got one of those down below in TypeScript. There it is right there. Is talking is there, needs to be renamed to is selected. Okay, so we're kind of refactoring and renaming all over the place here.
Yeah, we've got to be a bit careful to keep things in sync with each other, but managing so far by the look of it.
Yeah. Update in-game creature selection indicator. Okay, and just say, yeah, we don't need that anymore. Clear creature selection indicator. It's going to look like we meant to do this all along. Right? Won't it? It's going to be like, look at these well-named methods. Mark knew what he was doing.
Absolutely.
Creating spark to indicate talking. We don't need that. Clear talking, creature talking indicator. We don't need that. Clear sprite to indicate selection is not happening here. We're good there. This one though, I want it faster. I want a faster response. I want more faster responsiveness. Before with talking, it was okay for it to be like, excuse me, right? For it to say something like that.
You weren't expecting to shift between people talking particularly quickly, whereas the selection can shift quickly.
Yeah.
You want to type 1, 2 and have an effect.
Yep, exactly. Cool. Let's just search for the word talking. Creature talking. Let's rename this. Maybe I'll just do this. Creature selection. Do I want to rename these folders? I think I do. Might as well. It's interesting because the selection thing started out, the talking thing started out as kind of a good idea. You know, how do we, solve the problem? How do we interrupt players without it looking like, somebody's trying to interrupt you? We're thinking, oh, let's just hit this button, but that was not actually how it ended up working. I want to go. I want to go to this folder. So assets, in-game creatures, scroll. It's in scroll. And in-game creatures, creature talks. We're going to change this to selection. And that means we change this to selection. And this is the name of the file. I'm not going to rename that because there are like, probably 100 of those.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go with that. Okay. So we'll go with that like that. All right. Keep going, looking for the word talk. Selection indicator for creature. That command we need to worry about. Remove creature with animation. So we're also looking for that selection indicator sprite. If it's out there, we can find that one. All right, good. So we're down to this keyword that's passed as a command. I'm going to change this to update selection. We're going to go find talks over up here. I think it's going to be in my main window. Maybe. Could be over in the Hubtastic base station. That looks like it's it right there.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to change that to update selection. Maybe update creature selection. Well, we're passing it to update in-game creature, so we're okay. We'll keep it at update selection. So we got it both in TypeScript and we have it in C#. Okay, in-game creature selection. Maybe change it to update in-game creature. Update in-game creature selection.
Yep.
Select in-game creature. Cool. Shoot. 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 Shoot.
Well.
Ambiguous call. I've got another one already out there.
Oh.
Let's go look at it. Let's inline the method and delete it. See what it looks like. Okay, let's do that. That was Coders, by the way, that did that instantaneously. If you're like, wait, what? Okay. So I think I can work with that. Select in-game creature. In-game creature's on screen. Add game creature.
There's a toggle talking there.
I'm trying to figure out where it is. Oh, there it is, right there. I see.
I mean, it's toggle selected, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it is not super useful in this particular context, I think. Selected. I think. Select in-game creature. This should be called toggle almost right here. I'm like feeling like I want to get tripped up on this, and I'm like telling myself, don't get tripped up on this, Mark. Don't let this stop you. This returns a list of creatures that have changed. If creature is equal to in-game creature, is selected is equal, we're toggling it. Yeah, I really don't want that. I want something else, which is, I want something like this.
That feels a little strange.
Well, it made sense for before we were doing the talking.
Well, I just mean that there's a for each. It's going through a whole list, but we're only asking it to change one thing. And in fairness, even when we were toggling talking, we were telling it this one thing.
Yeah, what it's doing is it's checking. What it's doing is it's checking to see if it is selected. In other words, was it talking before? If it's not the creature and it was talking, since only one can be selected at a time, this is going in and setting it to false. That's for toggle.
Gotcha.
I want to instead just have a select, which is going down here, and if it's equal to it, then we're going to say it's equal to true. We're going to add it to our list of change creatures, I think. Well, maybe like this. If not creature dot is selected, then we're going to set selected true and add it to the list. Okay.
But selection, like toggling of talking, is equally a thing only one of them can do. So if you're being selected, then of course everybody else. Mind you, that code's still functional. Yeah, that's fine.
Right down here, we're going to add them to the change list.
Set it to false, and we add them to the change list as well. Okay, that makes sense.
So the only thing that's a little different is if we say to select it twice, it's not going to go back and update down below if it's already been selected. Okay, that's like kind of so there. So now I've got this call to select, which I want to use instead of toggle selected. Okay. Look what clear selection does. It goes through all of them, checks to see if they're selected. If they are, adds them to the list. And so we just pass that in to here. So maybe I'll call this clear in-game selection. Clear all in-game creature selection. Okay, do I got the word talking in here anywhere? No. Well, that's whole word. No.
Okay.
Let's go to in-game creatures. Showing up here anywhere? No. Okay. All right, let's look at our logic. Right over here. I want to implement these two. Select in-game creature. So this is going to do that. Now I want to say, well, let's go look at the code for this. I've already got code that goes next and previous in terms of targeting. Target next. Next target.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Because presumably it's talking next and previous in terms of on screen rather than just numeric ascendancy.
Yeah, I want to go find the code because I don't want to write it again. Even though I have a sense of what I'm like kind of building it in my head. But it's these buttons right here. Toggle target previous creature. Why don't I have anything close to that? Maybe it's target creature.
Change targeted creature. But
no, it's going to be health right there.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Well, clearly I don't have anything like I want it to be. What is it again? It's target previous creature. All right, let's just search for that. I think it's going to be in, like, it's almost feel like it's here. No, it's not here, but I feel like it's close by. It's one of these.
Just some kind of a discrepancy between the key phrase we use and the name that we actually gave it internally.
Yeah, I think so. Here we go. Target move commands. So this is for moving the targeting. Okay. Move target. That's where we're looking for. Move creature target. That's what we're looking for. Targeting command. Next or previous. Ah, look. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's kind of look at this for a second. We'll build it for previous and then, extract it out. Looks like I need to make that public. There we go. Make this one public down here. Okay, get the on-screen creatures. If we don't have any, then we get out. First selected. Okay. Let's duplicate this. Let's create that. Let's come down here and call it select in-game creature. Targeting command like that. All right, so targeting command contains next. Then we're going to do the next, otherwise we'll get the previous. If there's nothing, we get out. So I'm saying clear all targets, we're going to say clear all selections. Clear selection. Okay. Clear selection returns a list of these creatures that were previously selected. Maybe I'm going to save those. We're going to say is selected is equal to true. Then we're going to say previous selected dot add, and we're going to pass in that. And what does this do? This just calls update on all of them.
Yeah.
So we kind of don't need to just pass it in. I'm almost thinking, fine, I'll go with this little bit of overkill here. And I'm going to get rid of this and get rid of this. That's what I think I'm going to do, because I think I have it. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to say select in-game creature, previous. And then we're going to do the same thing down here, doing next. But I do want to actually change this. I want to swap these around here is what I want to do. And I want to change this to just if it contains previous, just so we're kind of consistent with previous code. All right, save, run. See if that works. The cool thing about this is my Stream Deck export, by the way, it's like 100 megabytes, 200 megabytes, something like that. It's 100 megabytes, I think. It's over 100 megabytes. Just the export of this data, which
Wow.
Oh yeah. So you notice that there might be they might not be doing it the best way.
Well, ever so slightly possible. Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the resolution on those pictures?
Yeah. No, it's insane. And especially since I have the same button showing up all over the place. It would not be hard to improve this. Watch this. Look at this export. Yeah, it's 116 megabytes. And when you open it up, the profile, it takes, well, first of all, the export takes a while. The export takes, like, on my machine, which is like the fastest machine known to humans, is the export takes, like, I don't know, I think about 45 seconds about. I haven't stuck around for it. I just know that, okay, if I come back about a minute later, it's done. If I come back 30 seconds later, it's not done.
Yeah.
And I've even come back like 40 seconds later. Okay, so let's try it. So I'm going to hit 1, then I'm going to hit, that's not good. I just hit the number 1, now I'm hitting the number 2. See what, that's not good what just happened. It showed them. I don't want to show them if they're not shown. I just want to toggle their selection if they are shown. So there's a problem here in digits change. Select in-game creature. In here,
It sets on screen equal to true.
yeah, that's our problem. So we need to fix that code right there. So let's hide both of those guys. All right, one more time. So hit the number 1. All right, now we're going to get rid of this. So wait, if creature is null, and it's not selected. So hold on a second. I just want to do this. If we're not on screen, I want to get out. I'm not going to do anything. Cannot select. Select if not on screen. Okay, so now we want to check to see, and I guess I should do this. If we're null, we should get out as well. So we're going to get out there and there.
Yeah.
If we're not selected, I'm not going to say you're on screen. Wait, what's add in-game creature? Oh, no, that's only needed if
By now you're already on screen.
Yeah, we're already on
so
screen.
we don't need to add.
Creatures changed is equal to in-game creature, just itself, and we're going to update just that creature there. I think. Good, nothing happened.
Yes.
So now I'm hitting all clear, 1, 2, nothing happens. Cool. Let's go in and actually bring up. Now I'm going to, on the other interface here, just to show you where I am. I'm on the old interface. I'm going to bring up 1, 2, and 12.
Yep.
Now they're up. Now I'm going to go back to the new interface. I'm going to type in 12. So I'm going to type in 1. Oh, I was expecting it to select it. And then 2.
No.
Not happening. Let's try it again. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to hit the number 1. And 121 is coming in.
It hasn't been 12 seconds yet. I haven't cleared it, so that's tacking on. That means it did know that there was a 1 and then a 2.
Yeah, let's do it again. 1. All right. So here we go. Whoops. All right. So here we go. In-game creature. We've got something. If it's not on screen, then we get out. No, we don't. Creatures changed. Oh, we didn't say that the in-game creature was selected.
Right.
That's kind
Fairly
of important.
that one.
Yeah, that's important. I guess every bug's kind of got, when you find it, it's got some important thing. Didn't select. Let me try running it again here. Let's just verify putting that down, bringing it back up. Now I'm hitting, on the new interface, I'm hitting 1. What's wrong? I don't get that. 2. Now I got a 12. You know what? I think I should flat out call this at the very beginning.
It feels like the select, in all game creatures, select in-game creatures. Should that not be doing the is selected for you? I know we've just added a line to do it.
Oh, you're
but
right. No, you're right. It should totally be doing it. What's going on? I wasn't paying attention to that.
And if it makes it to that line, it is doing it. Okay.
So there's null being passed in. Hold on. What did we do wrong?
In-game creature.
How is it null?
Okay.
How do we
Did it
get
not
past all of
find
this?
it based on the... Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm doing? I'm shutting down and restarting because I'm feeling like
Yeah.
edit and continue is kind of
Something's not
needs
quite...
a reset.
Yeah.
All right, starting up. That's a bug. Okay. I almost think it's going to work now that we've got this. So let's set it up again now that we just restarted it. So
Yeah.
we're hitting number 1. Is it going to work? Not selected. Now we are selected. We added it to our change creatures. This all looks good. And let's get out of here. Run.
And yet somehow no selection. Oh, is this because of the renaming of the folders and stuff like that? We moved the actual graphics assets technically.
That's a good idea. Let's check it. Let's actually go start up something in here. Dragon front overlay.
Because there was a folder rename and then we had to tell the system that fact.
Actually, it's not the front, it's the back overlay is what it is. Let's inspect that. Let's do this. Got those. Not getting any error messages yet. Let's hit the number 1, hit the number... Oh, it's working here.
Oh, it's working.
Okay. Maybe I forgot to refresh on in OBS. Maybe that's what we're dealing with. I'm starting to feel like that's
That'd
it.
be good.
That we made some changes in TypeScript and didn't refresh them. Okay.
This time, everything will be perfect.
I feel like we need some serious music for that. Okay, let's bring up 1, 2, and 12. Oops, I thought I was bringing them up.
And they're gone.
There we go. Okay, 1, 2, and 12 are up there. I'm going to now hit in the new interface. I'm going to hit the number 1. Good.
Yes.
2, and there we go.
Yes.
And I'm going to hit all clear. Hit the number 2. Good.
Nice. It works.
Now, if I hit all clear, that works. I kind of think I want to clear all the selection as well, because this is kind of. So I'm talking about this button. This button normally just clears the numbers, but when I call clear numbers, it's going to call reset, and we could fire an event inside our digit manager to come back and talk to us and nail it. Right? Where are we on the reset right here? So on digit changed, we're calling it there, but we need to call it set value and reset value. Let's just set breakpoints here and here, and we'll fire it off there in those 2 places as well. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hitting all clear.
Well, as you journey into that particular branch of logic, I'm afraid I am somewhat over time budget, so I'm going to have to leave you here and rejoin you tomorrow.
All right, my friend.
Similar time.
All right, no worries.
Right. Have a good one. We'll catch you later.
All right, catch you later, Roy. Bye-bye. All right. He's awesome. Get a party going here for Roy's behalf. Rory. Appreciate him coming here and hanging out with us today. All right, trigger digit changed. Oh my gosh. How did that happen? I think I hit a button by accident or something like that. I don't even know because I don't see Codebase Alpha in the chat room. But Codebase Alpha just played. Not sure how that happened. All right, so let's see. Trigger. Let's get music going here. Trigger digit changed. Trigger number changed. And passing in the keyword. going to do the same thing here. Reset value. And down here and set value. All right, now with those there, back over here, digit changed right in this space. This is where we want to come in and see what's going on. And if it is creature, and if the value if it's equal to the min value, then we want to do something like select no, no, clear in-game creature selection. That's what we want. Just like that. Otherwise, we're going to do that. So let's see how that works. Good. And then now knocked in selection disappears. Sweet. So one more time. 1, 2 gives me the 12 selected. So now we've got that kind of selection mechanism we wanted. Let's try the select next and previous buttons, these two here, and see if those work. Previous, nothing's happening. Next, nothing's happening on either one. Let's go find out why. Set every point here and hit the button. Purchase string is equal to next. And we're returning true. So we must be calling select next in-game creature. Let's see what happens next. Interesting. I hit next and then we got to previous. Did I do that wrong? I did. Why is it not showing my call stack indicator through here? Okay. Let's kill it and restart it. All right, while we're restarting that, let's look at the code, figure out why it's not working. Okay, let's do it again. Select 12 and hit left. For selected, we've got a creature. And so first selected is creature to select. So we clear the selection. We say creature to select is equal to is selected. Well, it's definitely selected. Updating game creatures. This, we're on screen. We should have already sent it out and updated. Interesting that it's not working. It feels like we're sending the right data down. It actually didn't set 12 to false because I just hit the number 2. Hit all clear. 1, 2, and now hit all clear. It set it to false here, but didn't set it to false down below. Why is that? I really want the problem to be in C#. That's where I want it to be because it seems like that's where it would make the most sense. Not really much is going on in clear selection. Oh, I'm calling update and not change selection. Update selection is what I think it may be called. That's what I want to call. And I want to send in a list of creatures that have changed. All right, so let's do it again. Okay, so this becomes creature to select. This one is the creatures that have changed. I think that's it. Let's clear that and see how that works. Okay, so now I'm moving right, right, right. In fact, it wraps around. Sweet. Left, left, left. Sweet. Cool. All clear. Hides it. Let's try again. 12 with the digits. Left, left, all clear. Clears it. That's awesome. That's really nice. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's this part right here. Just gets all of them if we hit the all clear button. That's really sweet. So yeah, from a single interface now, I can now select, I think, pretty easily. It's not bad. It's quick to come in and say, like, I just hit 12 real fast. And now I want these buttons to work. Show, hide, all of these. So I've got this toggle in-game creature. Let's go find that. Here's where the command is executed from right here. I haven't tried parse on target num stir. What I want to do here is I want to say, hey, if target num stir is equal to, we're not in edit continue yet here. Hold on a second. Let's set a breakpoint here. I've got 12 selected above. I'm going to now hit the show hide button. This button right here. I'm going to press it now. It should get us a breakpoint. Oh no, because it doesn't match anymore. Let's try it again. So now we're going to get the match here. This is going to be not a digit, one or more digits. It's going to be a word. One or more letters in a word, which could be a digit. Looks like I need more. Word, does word include digit? I'm not sure if it does actually. I think it does. And then we need to be able to support a curly brace that way, curly brace that way. Thanks so much. All right, so now we got our braces and we need a dot in there. So any of those characters, word character plus dots or the braces, we need one or more of those, and that's going to be our match. Let's see if that does a match now. Okay, cool. And now we've got creature.count. That's what I want it to be. And now what we're going to do is if it says, hey, if this is equal to that.creature.count, what I want to do is I want to say, if that equals creature.count, I want to say target numster is equal to digit manager dot get value, passing in creature change it to just target num like this. Let's do this. Target num is this, else try parse out, and we get to, well, we still need to check can toggle. What's up with can toggle? Oh, it's a debouncing code because I was getting multiples of these coming in really fast. I think it was due to bug elsewhere, but I added it. Let's do this. Okay, so we're getting target num there, or we're getting target num there. Right here, I want to say, hey, if we can't toggle, then I'm going to return. But I won't have to. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about bouncing if we do this because we've been hitting in those numbers, so we're good there. And then I just want to check to see down here if this is equal to min value, then we're going to get out. Otherwise, we're going to toggle it. So I think that's what it looks like. I'm not sure why this is grayed out here. Ah. Right, kill it. Unnecessary assignment. We got an assignment there. We have an else if. Oh, do you think it's going to get one there no matter what? What does it get if that fails? Fine. And we'll do this. Maybe I just need a return here. Yeah, what's default event? Is it 0? I think it's 0. Maybe I'm gonna change this. I don't like the way this code is looking here. If not, try parse, then we're gonna return. If not, can toggle, then we're gonna return. At this point, there's no need for a check there. I like that code better. All right, starting up. Are you kidding me? All right, I think we're good. I'm just gonna set a breakpoint here. All right, let's go now, and I'm going to type in 12, 1, 2, like that. Then we hit the show hide button. Creature 12, that's good news. And then we're going to toggle in-game creature. Okay, that's not bad. Toggle in-game creature should also, though, let's see what happens when I bring it back. Is it going to be selected? Good, it clears its selection. Okay, cool. Hide in-game creature. Yeah, there we set the selection to false. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, good. That one's done. Does that mean the others are now working too? Does the target button work? Let's try it. Target? No. Toggle in, wait. It's the same, hold on. It's the same command. The other thing that's happening that's weird on this is that we're not clearing out that last 12. So that show hide is still working on the 12, and I feel like I should clear it out when we do the show hide. So toggle in-game creature. Let's go do that. Right here, I want to call, here, let's do it, hit the button. I want to call digit manager.reset. On creature, like that. And now, it shouldn't keep doing this back and forth when I hit it. Yeah, so now that's not happening anymore. If I come in and do 12, show hide, that did work though. Sweet. So cool. So I was able to type in 12 and then hit the show hide button, 12 again, and then hit show hide, and it goes away. Nice. 12, show hide. I kind of feel like it should be selected. It's kind of what I feel like it should be. Now this creature count, I want to update the value when I hit previous or next. Because if I'm hitting previous or next, these buttons, and I hit this one, I want to now be able to say show hide and have that work. I don't want it to use the count from here unless I've typed something in. So if I haven't typed anything in, then the last time I hit previous or next, they should have set the value of creature.count for me. So we've already got methods to do it. Let's just add that code. That's a real quick fix and should make the functionality better. So previous or next, creature to select is equal to this. Here's where we want to set the value. Okay, so I'm going to hit the next button, and now I want to say digit manager dot set value creature, comma, creature to select dot, is it its index? I think it's its index. All right, so now let's run. So now I've got 12 selected, I've got 1 selected. Now I'm going to hit the show hide button up at the top, which goes and grabs that count. Let's see if that's going to work. That looks like that worked. I'm going to move right, and now I've got 2 selected. I've got 12 selected. I'm going to hit show hide. Cool. Now I'm going to hit 14 and hit show hide. Nice. Well, this is working way better. I like this already. Show hide that guy. Cool. 14 again. Show hide. Nice. Okay, way better. The targeting needs to work. We need to figure out targeting. Before we did targeting using this command, toggle target. I think all we need to do is copy that to the clipboard and do this right there. Instead, toggle target right over my shoulder. And I think that'll work. So now if I type in 14 and hit the target button, oh, it didn't work. All right. Oh, I know why. Because toggle target is not expecting to see something that's not a number. Right there. Okay, so we got a problem with that. And we've got this same kind of problem here that we had over here in the toggle NPC command. These methods are really similar. I'm going to go with it now because edit and continue doesn't allow me to do the refactoring I want to do, but it kind of makes sense to put these in one. Let's, at the very least, we're going to copy this like that. What's wrong here? Is it because we're not running? Oh, we're not at a breakpoint, I mean? Yeah, okay. So we got to do that. Let's hit the toggle target button, get to a breakpoint, and then let's go over and look at this code. I kind of like this code. I thought this was not bad. Return. I'm going to extract this into a method that's a little bit better. I can't extract it because of the return statements here. So I'm just going to set a value for it as min value. Okay. I think that's it. Call this get target get in-game creature target number. Target, yeah, index. Maybe number, fine. Okay, and let's make this static. Let's pass in target number str. Let's make it public. Can toggle, make it static. Second's the last toggle. I'm in trouble now. Stopping the app. Let's make this. Let's just do a whole bunch of stuff. All right, now we have this. Now over in this other one, we don't need the seconds since last toggle. We can kill that. Create a new class called the bouncer. Okay. So now we get the in-game creature target number, and then we toggle the in-game creature. That's what we're doing here. We need to do one other check right here. We have to check to see, hey, if it's equal to, then we're going to get out. We're going to change this to return statements because those are easier to read. Oh, looks like I hit something to start tests. Okay. Let's see. All right, I think we're good. I think we got a shot of it working this time. Let's try it. All right, 1, 2, 12. Oh, I'm in a breakpoint. Let's just run it and see what happens. Okay, 2, show it. Yeah, I'm finding this is pretty easy to use. It's not too bad. I thought there was going to be a lot of button press, but I know where all the buttons are, so I'm not spending a lot of time thinking about wondering where things are. So let's try, let's use this. Let's now target. All right, that worked pretty quickly and easily. Hit it again, it goes away. So I can now target. Oh yeah, I like this better. Already it's better. Okay, next, let's look at the cards button. Does that work? Toggle hand visibility. I don't think it works yet because it's going to take characters it didn't get before. Card command. Here's my matches here. See what happens when I hit the card button. Need a constant for this. I think it's that. So what we get here. Okay. Let's see if that works. With that change right there, with that change in mind, I need to give a card to a player, so let's do that. Open up Stringloots. Card that I can give to a player. Let's give this to Noctan. Cool. So Noctan has the card. After about 6 seconds, it should go away. There it is. Cool. Now let's see if the button works. I want to select Noctan, so now he's selected. I want to hit the cards button and hit show hide. Sweet. And now if I use the select button, sweet, that looks like that's working. And if I try to play it, can I play cards, secret cards? Those buttons look like they're all working. Just to be sure, let's give it a non-secret card. Let's give this to Noctan. Let's use the select buttons. There we go. Nice. And that card could be played. And then the card can be hidden. I'm kind of thinking, what happens if we try to show and hide? So now, here's what's happened. Enough time has passed that the 12 seconds have occurred, so that it's essentially equivalent of all clear button being specified. If I were to hit the show hide button, I have a feeling nothing would happen because there's nothing in the digits. This isn't selected here. Let's see what happens when I hit show hide. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, probably because the 12 was still selected. When I do previous and next, am I changing the selected value? I think we just wrote that. There it is, there. So we're setting it there. Card's working, targeting, it's working. When the targeting happens, we don't clear it, right? Let's try again. 12. Target. Toggling target works. Okay. I kind of feel like it works. Let's do 2 show and hide. Let's do that. Cards, show the cards. Does Noctan have any cards? Okay, so 2 show and hide worked. When I did the show and hide, though, it cleared the selection. I'm now starting to think, okay, that might be my problem. Toggle. I do 2 show and hide. 2 show and hide. I think it should be selected when they come in. I think what I want to do is select it here. I think I don't want to reset the value. Let's look at this and think about this. Get in-game creature target number. This is what gets the one that's currently selected. I think what I want to do is I do not want to reset the value here. And I want to make sure, though, that when I wait, I only want to reset it if we're turning it off. If we're on screen and we're hiding it, I want to do that. I want to reset the value there. Because now it's not something we're working with anymore. I'm even arguing against this. And the reason why is because I want to be able to, if I hit the button by accident, I want to be able to hit it again and have it come right back up. All right, let me think about this for a second. I'm going to just take a quick break. I'm going to get a dog outside the window I hear. I'm going to let the dog inside. I'll be right back. All right, coming back in. I noticed couldn't really typed in genre. Don't we have a genre command here? Nothing was happening with music. Let's do a refresh on it. See what happens now. There we go. Huh. Looks like it kind of seemed just not responsive. So I'm looking at this reset value here. And I'm kind of thinking I don't want to call it for creature. That's kind of where I'm thinking right now. See where we're calling it with creature in it. It's just in this one place. I'm going to kill it and let's just play with it and see what happens. I feel like this is going to be better for us. Okay, so the cool thing about this, if I don't kill it, if now I can come back in and hit show height immediately after hitting it once, it'll come right back in. I do want to select it when it's here, when it comes back on. So let's do that at the very least. When we come down in here, coming back here, we're going to say it's on screen. Let's make it as selected as well. Let's no IntelliSense. Pretty sure I got is selected in here. Just catching up. All right, I'm just going to type the whole thing in. But he says, imagine if Dragon Humpers had a one-time pudding command that immediately spawns really a challenge rating 30 pudding boss. That would be a bad command, I think. Add in-game creature. The add command is there. I'm not sure if that's going to show it if we run it like this. Will it show it selected? No, it does not. No, it'd be awesome for Dragon Humpers. Should add a pudding command that resembles the blood command except with a brown splash. I like that one, Coding Gorilla. That's like crazy fun, easy to do. All right, so I need to do a select one call. There's somewhere in here we've got the select in-game creature. We got to do that. Is what I think we have to do. So it's kind of a two-step process here. Let's hide it and show it again. And then we're going to say we need to do that. These two lines of code right here. We could just pretty much do this. All right, let's try that. Better. Yeah, this is all seems to be working. Show 2, good, and it's selected. Now I can target it and untarget it because it's selected. That feels way better. Now I'm going to hit 12, and then I'm going to target and untarget that. Oh, interesting. So 12 did not select it. Probably because the amount of time that it passed, because we didn't clear the selection, we started typing in again, is what's happening. We need a way to kind of say clear on next digit. That's what we need. And we need to do that on the active kinds of commands, is what I think we need to do. I feel like it's going to look like this. Digit manager dot clear on next digit passing in creature. Like that. I think that's the call. And I need that here for this command. I guess let's implement it. Declare that. Oops, I don't need this. Okay, so now we got clear on next digit. Let's declare that as a Boolean like that. And then we're going to say, hey, if this or that or clear on next digit, then we're going to say reset. And in reset, we're going to set that to false. And I feel like that's got a good chance of solving the problem for us. Mark, oops, I did it again. The mark stuff isn't working. We know that when the mark stuff isn't working, the problem is in this Mr. Announcer Bot guy right here. My feeling is there's probably an exception that's being handled and not sent out. Let me close this down and let's restart it. As I recall, last time we shut this down, hitting Control C, there we go. Okay, and then let's restart it. Here we go. I forgot the commands. All right, Mr. Announcer Bot's back. Let's see if those chat bubbles are working. All right, that looks good. There we go. All right, got a kind of note to self on that. All right, so let's see if this works now. So we are going to come back in. We'll hit all clear, then 2, then show hide. Got that. I want to the targeting command is what? That's toggle target. So toggle target. I think it's this one right here. Let's see if we select and hit the target button. Do we get to the breakpoint? We do. So here, I want to also similarly call clear on next digit for creature. For the card commands as well. Any card command. Any of these. Well, if the creature ID matches, if it matches the value. So in Digit Manager, if we call get value, if we say, hey, if Digit Manager get value creature is equal to a negative of the creature ID, which I think in this case it will be, is that going to work? Is that going to work? No, we can't clear it here. We don't want to clear it here. In fact, oh man, I think I'm thinking about this the wrong way here. Yeah, it's not here. I think it's only in the hide right here. Let's try the hide again. And let's change this and move this only to the hide. Because now it's not around anymore. Otherwise it's just selected. When the selection changes, we change the digit as well. So now if I type in 14 and hit show hide, 14 comes up. If I hit show hide again, 14 should go away. But if I continue, if I show hide now, oh, does it come back? It does, right, because I said clear on next digit, not clear the whole thing. So it still sticks around until we make some kind of change. And that change can be by hitting the selection buttons on the bottom or typing in another digit. But if we don't, then what that means is now I can hit the target button, and the target button should target and toggle it. I can go to the cards as well, and if Muriel had some cards, you can go give some cards to Muriel here. Like that. Now I should be able to show and hide those cards. Like that. And I can select them and play them, change the targeting, all of this. I'm starting to get hungry. Please send food. Send food, someone. Yeah. All right, good. There's playing the card. Sweet, that looks cool. Select another player. If I want to clear the selection, I just hit the all clear button. And then now nothing is happening or working when I hit the button. Oh yeah, you get some food. A dance for food. All right, good, good, and good. Okay, so these are all excellent, excellent changes here. It's playing the sound twice. Audio is broken. That's not good. I'm going to look into that. Is it always that way, Pudding, or just today? Does it look different? And is everything different or just the audio on that party song? And is it only the party song? Just for the specific animation? You mean the party animation? Now it's fine. Only party 3. Something weird about it. I'll take a look at it. I'll do it after the show. All right, take a look at party 3. I just got a couple quick things I want to change here as far as the UI goes. And it has to do with the cards. The cards right now have a couple buttons. They have 4. Show, hide, because there are 2 sound instances. Yeah, no, I'm totally getting that. Yeah. I'm thinking that party 3 was contributing sounds to 2 different channels. That's kind of what I think was happening. I'll take a look at it and see what's happening. There's sometimes settings where you can say monitor or not, that sort of thing, and I feel like maybe it was wrapping through. I don't know. We can try one more time. Let's try one more time, Pudding, since you're here and listening. We'll try putting with party 3 one more time. See what you think. Happen again. Okay, I'll look into it after the show. All right, so if I had show and hide, buttons come up and down. I got to go select, I think, 14. Mural's got no cards. Let's give him some cards. Okay. So Muriel's got some cards now. So here's the deal. If Muriel doesn't have any card at all, well, the way it's supposed to work is this. I hit the show hide button, then I hit the select button if I want to see the cards, like this. Then I hit the play when I want to play it, like that. The problem is this, is that if I have, like, say, for example, only one card I can play, let's go find a card I can play. There's one right there. So now I come in and I say, let's show the cards. And if I don't select anything and I just hit the play button, I kind of want to see it play. Let's go and write down what I want to change here. Playing card interface. So when no cards are active, are shown, when the hand is not shown, I want to, and I press the play card button. I want to show the hand and select the first card I can select. If the hand is not shown, I press a selection previous or next button. I want to show the hand, select the first card or the last card I can select. So in both cases, I want to get a selection up, get a selected card up if either of these 3 buttons are pressed. So So if I'm pressing any of these buttons, I don't even have to hit show or hide. That's the idea that I want to do. So we kind of got to trigger the toggle hand visibility if it's not shown. That's kind of the code I want to add. Hopefully I don't think it'll take too long, but let's take a look at it. Right there. Can't really complain. It's just weird. Are we talking about the delay? Toggle hand visibility is here. That's what we want to call if it's not shown. Okay. So select next card. Select card. Let's try that. So I'm going to hit the next card button right now. Okay, so we've got it. If not hand dot is shown, then I think maybe I just set it to true. Let's see what happens if I run it. Okay, that's not bad. Set a breakpoint on there. So hide the cards, and now I'm going to hit a selection button. Okay, hide the cards, hit the other selection button. Not bad. The only piece that's missing is right up around the card, right up here, missing the little highlight for it. If I hit it a second time, it kind of gets into play. I think it's a bug down in TypeScript. I'm not going to worry about it for right now because the essence is it's kind of going to work, and that was the major piece I wanted to do. Let's do the same with play card. Let's go look at play card. Play selected card. So breakpoint here. And let's hit play selected card. So at this point I'm going to say, hey, look, if not hand is shown, then we're going to set it to true. So that's going to come up. If the selected card is null, then I want to do this. Select first available card. And then I want to get out. So let's run it, see what happens. Oh. I think I got out. Yeah, that was not quite good. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so grab the breakpoint. Yeah, play. I think I need to do this. Let's update interaction, last interaction. No. Okay. Play selected card. Send card command. Play cards. I need a different piece right here. State is changed. Update hands is what I'm looking for. It's just called state is changed. That's what I think I want. Let's try one more time. There we go. Cool. So now if I hit play, I do one more time, then I can play it. So now that means just fewer buttons to press. All right, I'm going to stop the show right there. That's super cool. It's what I wanted to make work. And I feel like it's working better. Made some changes. Thanks, Coding Gorilla. Appreciate it. Thanks for the help, Coding Gorilla, earlier today. You saved our butts, I think, at some point. We were pointing out the lock. It was not a bad day. I think we did some good code today. We went in the right direction. Let's get a raid going. Got him! Got him. All right, Pudding. What are we doing? Bald Bearded Builder. We had Rory as well. That's right. We totally did. Let's send you over to Triple B and start the raid over there. And say hi to Triple B for me. And that echoed too. Well, that echoed as well. Shoot. I need to figure that out. All right, I'm going to rage over to Triple B, and we'll see you guys later. All right, take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.